Anne has offered me an impressive endorsement there. I turned down an offer she made for me to speak at a meeting that evening, and I left her, keen to write about me. Now I'm getting ready to talk to the dead. If spiritualists really have been talking to the dead all these years, then that is a wonderful and important thing. If, on the other hand, it's not true, then it could be seen as a very ugly and manipulative lie. Now, that's not to say anything about Janet, who we're going to meet later. She could, of course, be genuine. But it's really worth having information that can help you make better decisions. Now, one piece of information worth knowing is that there is a skill called cold reading, which dates back to the first psychics and mediums, which is a way of talking to people as if you know everything about them. And people make your statements fit their situation. Since the mid-1800s, spiritualists have been talking to the dead, apparently delivering messages from beyond the grave which seem so specific that they must be real. I'm going to use every trick in the book. And there are books, if you care to look for them, written by openly fraudulent mediums teaching their techniques. But of all the tasks facing me for this special, this one makes me feel the most uncomfortable. I personally believe, given my knowledge of the psychic industry, that I'm using techniques here used by pretty much any successful medium. But you're going to watch this knowing that I'm fake. And if that makes you feel uncomfortable, then that is kind of my point. I'm here as Fraser Sherwell, and I've come to meet the respected medium Janet Nohavec to convince her of my abilities.
I have a spiritualist church here in America and also a school for mediumship. We believe in mediumship that's very evidential, so we take this quite seriously. So we train people who can give very good detail.
And you are bringing people, I suppose, also into a belief system or a religion as well. Do you find that normally happens? They're also entering into a church, perhaps? It affects them spiritually.
It affects their spiritual path. It affects what they look at the world like. It affects, for many people, what they believe about religion. It touches them on many levels.
The people attending this event are fairly sceptical New Yorkers who have responded to an advertisement to come along and have a reading. Okay, so I'm going to go in now and give a demonstration to Janet and a group of people who I've genuinely not met before, but using medium skills and my own skills, I'll give a more accurate reading than mediums tend to ever give. And I'm interested to see how Janet takes it. We'll see. Okay, there's somebody who passed on a day that was either a birthday or an anniversary or something like that. You're laughing, is that? Yes. Yeah? This is a young chap. This isn't an old man, this is a young chap. I think you got very close. I think this is a real... I think you parted before he passed on though, is that right? Yes. Yeah. It's not very forthcoming. Held a lot of things back, yeah? For all that though, quite good-natured, and he's got quite a dimply face when he smiles, is that right? Yeah? Big hands. Yeah? This is all right, hang on. Okay, I'm getting a name, which I don't think is his, all right, but he's giving me a couple of names. And there's Charles or Charlie. This isn't him. And Tom or Thomas. Two different names that he's given me. Charles or Charlie and Tom or Thomas.
Can I tell you what that is?
Is it something?
Yes, that's my...
Is it another relationship that you had?
Yes,
sorry?
That's my ex-husband's name, but he's not passed on.
No. I said this isn't him.
Okay.
This isn't him. This is a name that he's given me about something. Okay. He's got some issue with this guy, and I don't know what it is. All right.
It's my ex. That's
yeah. I think. But this is him looking at. It's just him looking out for you. All right. He says you've been feeling lonely and you've got a silly pet. Which he finds funny. You got a silly pet?
Yes.
Okay. I think that's what that's about. That it's just him looking out for you and just kind of being there and, you know, just making that connection. I don't.
Frazier mentioned things that only I knew about the one that passed away. And he just mentioned specific things like him passing away on our anniversary, the fact that we were very close because we were engaged to be married. And it was very revealing. And he said I had silly pets, which is true. I have 2 aquariums, so it was a great read.
Coming up after the break, find out if a very respected medium will be able to tell if I'm really speaking to the dead and what her reaction will be. This is the final part of the journey. I want to see if a highly respected medium and teacher of mediums will be able to tell if I'm really talking to the dead. I have to give convincing messages to a group of people I haven't met and know nothing about. Now, in a way, I hope you're finding this as unpleasant to watch as I found it to perform. Okay, all right. Old lady, but with black hair. Tied back. Yeah?